finally, it's time to have Professor Hwang for closing remark. Why don't we give him a warm welcome?
First of all, I really thank you, Professor Park, leading our global R&DB report session. I think this is your first time to being a full exposure of our ITPP and community, even though you really walked through with many our international students to the BK scholarship. But I'm welcoming you to our ITP community. Let's welcome Professor Park as also a faculty member of ITPP. In the beginning, Professor Park was focusing on to establishing a good education program in BK, which is also both Korean and also international scholarship to promote the global convergence of the smart city education. So with Professor Park's actually major in education engineering, actually she actually made a very constructive and very innovative and transformative education program, which I'm receiving a lot of demand from all those universities you see from the continent to import our program. So now I am exporting our TMAP and also Smart City program and also ITV program, which will start the degree program, already started in Ethiopia, soon also Smart City program in Ethiopia, and also Indonesia, and also in United States. So you may see that our main outcome of 20th year of operation, our scholarship now find the newest creation of the education in higher education, which never been practiced in any part of the world, and we create the school. I really thank you, and let us celebrate, all of us to that our SNU really created new school in the world with a new major and new degree. Well, these days I'm busy, but also very happy to make a very good business. Business doesn't mean that, making money, but making myself very busy, right? And so, because the one that we made over 20 years is really, and maybe next 10 years is still not enough for me to share everything in terms of the human resource, human network I have, in terms of education, and also the ideas that have to be practiced, and the way that the ideas of where you get the funding and resources, all those capabilities are now internalized into our ITPP and our GRC program, which you may see great success in our business, R&D business in our center for last 3 years, and since the development of center. Currently, center actually runs almost the contract of the 20 million, which is very big as a university. And I'm very happy that to host another scholarship by ASEAN, to educate 300 or so leaders from 26 cities. I see that great commitment needed from myself, also from our staff, and also our community member like you. You are seen as a representative and model of our new leader, of our generation. Then people are watching and expecting from you to show them a reference, then how you have to live and how you create the knowledge, how you make those knowledge to practice before someone else. This is very serious in a moment that we are facing a lot of problems in the world, and including Korea. And those problems has been shown as symptom and as a problem in the world. Now these are exposed to all generation, what we call 2030. So our new young people has a few future, but very very seriously threatened by the sustainability, whether this world will exist or not. Certainly, we noticed that this should be solved by the scientific endeavor and also the professional development we have to make. Even though this is time of the celebration for about 20 years of success, I'd like to ask you to keep our condolences for the many of the problems we are facing by the war, by the natural disaster, by the economic downturns that we're having, which may create a lot of problem in the society. But this should not be the end. I believe you are here. I believe you are in the world. With the knowledge you created, with the direction you provided, I hope you make those things to be usable for someone else. Then make that happen by yourself. Then not just delivering the message from one or from the leaders and then to the other, but you by yourself to be the model, to practice that leadership and policy. I think that is very important. What you see in the global R&DB forum, what I see on the 5th floor, was the actual outcome of my also research development with our alumni. You see the witness, Mr. Abdisa Elma, who's my student, but who has to go back because the leadership of Prime Minister actually called him to be a president of the Space Science Institute. And he will witness how much time I had traveled there to Ethiopia to make that degree happen, to make that the leaders to committed. And but that was inspired by Abdisa's commitment to Korea and study and completing his master, even during the time of the PhD. And then he actually really showed the patriotism at the time, diligently making his country to be benefited from Korea. Abdisa, I'd like to ask you to say a few words to the others by witness before I close my remark, because Abdisa is one of the alumni who are coming over to attend. Would you? Yeah. So let's welcome him. Abdisa, you can come over. You can come over. Yeah. Because I'd like to invite some of those people who were in your stage, finally now in the both of the forum and here. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Professor, for giving me this chance. It's really a honor and a privilege to speak in front of my professor and with all of you. Well, as a student, we really had a very good time. Being a student, and we had a very good time in Korea too. I really miss Korea, my friends, all of you, especially Sergio. So Mohammed, many of my friends, I really miss you. And the type of education that you get and the type of experience that you get from Korea, it really helps you when you get back to your home country, because here we learn working hard, quality education, and we do make networking, cultural sharing. All that really it helps us when you get back to home. So work hard, definitely, as Professor Park said, you are the leader of your country and you are the global leader. Thank you so much. Enjoy your time.
This is a saying thank you in Amharic. Okay, well, and also I'm happy to hear the jungle. Hello. So, you see the evidence that your effort turned out to be real practice of your nation. And finally, he become the leader of like Ethiopian NASA. The institute he's running is playing the role of NASA in the United States. So that means, all space science is under him. He's the founding director. So he'll be, called as a father of the universal science or space science for future Ethiopian, for the this generation. Let's give him again a great blessing so that he can be the father of the space science. I have all other people who I want to remain named, but I'll keep it as it is now. You are the one, the hero and heroines for the future. We renamed our scholarship called Global R&DB Scholarship from the name of the International IT Policy Program. Okay. Policy making is not enough from the sense that when we create the leadership for you, we realize, especially in the developing world, including Korea, that policy making needs to be practiced in pioneering way. You cannot make a plan or policy without doing yourself when you are young or when you are in the lower level of that society. The new field and uncertainty only solved by a pioneering spirit, not the plan or strategy or by learning. No one teaches you. That is all research about. Research is not about the one that you are lectured or learned by someone else. Research is about the studying and learning by yourself, by pioneering the new ocean of the knowledge. The spirit you get and difficulty you may go through during your scholarship is indeed needed to be a pioneer, to be the frontier. Yes, it's a pity for me that looking you than having a difficulty, yes, but that should be that I have been, that everyone has been, if they believe they are pioneering researchers. But once you open the new spaces, once you open the new knowledge, once you created new nation, then finally you have a confidence and braveness to solve the problem by creating new solutions. This is a place that we share that vision, we share that spirit. Maybe we don't have all the solution, not now, but we may see in 5 or 10 years that the solution we have here might celebrate others for them to use for their society. That's what all our global R&DB report about. I really thank Emad and Lincoln and Samuel, Danielo, and Witawat, and Gustavo for your great commitment doing this one through the seminar of the Professor Yoon. I hope this policy, the knowledge you share as a leader, to be practiced in your country with the cooperation with Korea. I'll do my best to make it happen for you, but it needs your pioneering practices. No one will teach you how to do that. You may need to identify what to do first. You cannot do everything at once, but at least you have to find a way that you can do something independently, even individual, and show the proof of concept from your capability as a research, and that will put you in the spot that everyone also listen to you, and that where you can create the community of leadership, a community of practices that will make you have a group of the people to do together. That could be from this society, could be from your country. Maybe some of our Ethiopian students also who have been recently participating in GSF project, maybe having a journey to create that kind of community of practice activities that which I've been leading. Communitization is very important as a leader. You don't do yourself, but there should be a right community of that who will do the task of that practice you find that could lead you to the solution. So this is the time that you communitize your community, and that will be with you to practice global R&DB for your country and for your great countries. I hope the rest of the other global R&DB scholarship students also envision yourself that having that leadership and to practice one. I'm very proud of all of you, and I'll give all my blessings and hope and prayers for your other academic and professional future, for you to fulfill your leadership in this precious global humanity. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. Thank you.